Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane.
What is going on, guys? My name is 4G, so welcome to another Fortnite news video. It is March 27th, so we have a brand new version 8.20 patch, so I'm going to be talking about every little bit of news when it comes up to that patch. So before I start this video, guys, if you guys enjoy, a like would be greatly appreciated, and yeah, enjoy the video, guys. There is a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about in this video is about the brand new explosive bow. So this was found in the version 8.20 files, and of course, this weapon was actually teased on the main Season 8 loading screen, which I think is pretty cool that it was teased and it's finally coming out. I mean, it makes sense. The Flint knock was teased, and now it's in the game, of course, so here are some of the animations. So clearly this bow is coming very, very soon. It was actually also found in the week 5 loading screen. This is the loading screen right here. It really should be coming out next week as part of a content update. So the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is the brand new Lava Legends pack. This is what the pack contains. It will have the Molten Battlehound, Molten Valkyrie, Molten Crested Cape, Molten Valkyrie Wings, and the Lava Wing. It's going to be $25 US, and it's going to be available March 29th. So it is pretty cool in my opinion. I mean, just look at this. I mean, I of course have all of this stuff already and just not the lava versions, but I still might have to get this because this is actually very cool. I don't think it comes with any V-Bucks or anything like that. I think it's literally just the cosmetics, but that's pretty cool still. I'm still confused as to where that lava wrap is though, because this would be a perfect place to throw the lava wrap in, especially because it's a purple wrap, but I'm excited to see that in game. So the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is the removal of PopUp Cup rules. Okay, this is a big one in the Fortnite community. Okay, a lot of people are complaining about this, and I completely understand why. So if you don't know what the PopUp Cup rules were, basically it's the mat count going from 999 down to 500. Now that is good in my opinion. Okay, and not only that, it's also the fact that you get materials 40% quicker. Now it's 40% slower, I guess you could say. Now you don't get health for kills or anything like that, and it's ultimately just a big downgrade in my opinion. So hopefully, with all the people giving negative feedback towards Epic Games for reversing this feature, hopefully that means that they will actually revert it and bring back PopUp Cup rules. The reason they said that they did remove it is because people were playing too aggressively, I guess because you got health for kills, but that's just not an issue in my opinion. It's only 50 health. It's not that big of a deal. The only thing I could see wrong with it, really, in my opinion, is that people were definitely thirsting or BMing, whatever you want to call it, a lot more. But a fix for that, a very, very easy fix. Add the respawn vans that have been in the game for the last month that are not available to actually use. I don't know why they still haven't added them. Every Fortnite news video I talk about this, and it's just because it's just so ridiculous. All right, so we have a lot to talk about though, so let's get into the next topic. So the next thing is the Arena game mode. This game mode is just like League play from Call of Duty, just like competitive from Overwatch, tons of different competitive modes, of course. It's basically just a competitive mode in general. You get something called hype, which is basically like your skill rating. As you get more, you'll go up and you'll be able to progress through the different leagues. I think this is pretty cool, and if you get to Champions League, you'll actually get access to the Fortnite World Cup Open Tournament. So this is a great thing. I'm glad they finally added a ranked mode. And actually, if you play this ranked mode called Arena, the PopUp Cup rules still apply here. So I might have to play this as my main mode until they revert the patch, which I don't even know if they will for sure. Hopefully they do that. So the next thing, guys, is a brand new trap. It is called the Poison Dart Trap. It's available in uncommon rarity, can be placed on walls, floors, and ceilings. It's found from floor loot, of course, like all traps. Can be triggered up to 3 grid cells away. Targets hit by these darts will receive a damage over time effect that applies damage directly to health, bypassing any shield. So that is pretty crazy in my opinion. It'll do 10 health damage per tick. 8 total ticks over 7 seconds for a total damage of 80. Subsequent hits will refresh the duration of the effect, but the amount of damage per tick does not change. This is pretty crazy, okay? Now, I'm not the biggest fan of traps, but honestly, this does sound pretty cool. And even if they do eventually vault it like they did with chillers, because that was the previous trap that they added, I believe, it'll still be pretty cool to see something like that in creative, because I think that people that make creative maps could really use these traps well. Now for the next thing, guys, we have all the version 8.20 leaked cosmetics, not including the Lava Legends pack, because I already showed you that, guys, but here are all of the brand new cosmetics. there are some pretty cool skins in this update, in my opinion. All right, guys, so the next thing is brand new foraged items, okay? So if you don't know what that is, it's basically like the apples or the mushrooms that you find on the ground. And basically the 3 new ones, they added 3 new ones in the same update, and that is bananas, coconuts, and peppers. So let's jump over to bananas, and basically what this does, it'll give you 5 health when consumed. So it's basically just like apple, but it can be found in the tropical biome. Now for coconuts, they're foraged by damaging palm trees, and when consumed, coconuts grant 5 points of effective health over a short time, so kind of like a slurp juice, and that can be found in tropical and desert biome. Now peppers instantly grant 5 health and also increases the player's movement by 20% for 10 seconds, and it can be found in the desert biome. Peppers actually sound very helpful for getting away from the storm if you can't find a vehicle or a rift, which, let's be real, that's not very common because there's always rifts in vehicles nowadays, but it is still pretty helpful as an alternative to those items. So now the next thing, guys, is the Infantry Rifle is no longer going to be trash. Now personally, I always liked it because it felt like a skill-based type weapon, but a ton of people complained about it, and I don't blame them. It still was kind of annoying that it was basically like a sniper, but either way, it's no longer gonna have a travel time. It's gonna be hit scan, so it'll be just like all the other assault rifles pretty much, which is great, and I feel like more people will actually use this weapon now. And of course, less people will be asking for it to vault in. So the next thing, guys, is the brand new Lux Cup. This is going to take place March 30th and March 31st. It's going to have $100,000 in cash prizes, just like the previous tournaments have had. It's going to be a duos game mode this time, just like the Scallywag. But participation in this event requires players to have reached Contender League in Arena before the start of this event. So there won't be any more gauntlets where you have to get top 3% or anything like that. You'll actually have to reach a certain league in Arena. And I think that's actually a pretty cool way to allow access to these cups. So the next thing, guys, is they have actually changed the lighting in Battle Royale. So they've also increased the vibrancy in colors, and I think that's pretty crazy because I thought the colors in this game were already pretty vibrant. So I'm going to try to get side-by-side images right here. I'm sure I can, find a way. To me, it kind of looks how the game used to look back in like season 1. Not entirely, but it definitely does look a little bit better for sure. So now jumping over to creative really quickly, guys. They finally added the ability to have creative. So yes, you can add husk spawners. Now, not husk from Save the World, but rather cube monsters, I guess you could say, because I don't know why they just don't want to add husks into Battle Royale, even for creative. But basically, this is great because you can actually make brand new maps with PvE, and for anybody who wanted to recreate any Call of Duty Zombies maps and stuff like that into Fortnite Creative, now is your chance. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to set up zombie spawns, but other than that, I think people can actually make some pretty cool things with this. The next thing, guys, with creative, they actually added targets, so you can actually set up targets in your map now, or a shooting range, I guess you could call it. And I think that's pretty cool because now, instead of having to go and download Kovacs if you really want to practice your aim, you could use this. I'm not saying it's going to totally replace Kovacs, but it definitely is a great alternative because it's built right into the game, it's free, and also because console or mobile can use. They also added the Infinity Blade into creative, which I think is pretty cool. The last thing I want to talk about in this video, guys, is the 2 astronaut skins right here actually get selectable styles now. So if you have these skins and you get on Fortnite, you'll actually be able to collect these styles and use them in game. So the 2 styles are the ability to have no helmet on the skin or to have the helmet with the visor down, which I think is super cool. I love how they're listening to the community, at least when it comes to cosmetics, because last week there was actually a good amount of people asking for this specific style after, they added in a ton of other styles for other skins. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. There was an absolute ton of stuff to talk about because the version 8.20 patch had a ton of stuff in it. So if you stayed until the end, make sure to comment your favorite Season 8 skin so I know that you guys have watched until the end. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. And if you aren't subscribed, you should definitely hit that subscribe button as I upload Fortnite content every single day. And I upload Fortnite news videos every few days. And if you guys want to support me, you guys can use my supporter creator in the item shop. The code is YouTube, it's 4G. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.